Hey, happy Friday. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I'm ready to unwind. I thought I'd come and do a story time. I want to tell you about the time that I watched the love of my life marry somebody else. That's right, the love of my life, which is my husband right now today, marry his first wife. Um, my husband asked me when we were 19 years old to get married, and I said no. The reason I said no was because we were fresh out of high school. I lived a sheltered life because my dad is a, is a minister, was a minister and a pastor at the time, and still is to this day. So there was a lot of things coming up when I was younger that I didn't get to experience because half the time I couldn't go nowhere. I snuck and did everything that I did. But he asked me to marry him at 19. I said no. So after that, we kind of drifted our own ways, started seeing other people. And even though we were seeing other people, me, myself, I wasn't serious with anyone. But I guess him and his first wife were serious. They got married. So he proposed to her. She said yes. They had a wedding. I went to the wedding. Um, I couldn't be mad at him. I wasn't mad at him. Going to the wedding, I sat 3 rows away from where they were standing. Now, mind you, we've been off and on for years, so his family was well aware of who I was. Um, our families kind of intertwined. His aunt and my uncle were a couple, and everybody knew who I was. So his best friend was giving me that look, oh, hell no, you here? So I sat there, and when he came out, my husband came out, he started sweating bullets. I mean, he was shaking. So they proceeded with the ceremony. The bride came down looking beautiful. I wasn't hating. Um, she came down. The minister that was doing the wedding, they did that. If there's anybody here that feel that these two shouldn't be married, speak now, forever hold your peace. Everybody that knew who I was looked at me. The best friend looked at me. My husband looked at me. He was like, Riss. I could read his eyes. Riss, please don't stand up. Riss, please don't act a fool in here. So I sat there. And tears just began to roll down my face. And he saw those tears. And he lost it. He started crying. But everybody thinks he's crying because he's marrying the love of his life. So they get married. I go to the reception. I eat the wedding food. I congratulate them, because my parents always taught us to be respectful. Even in the situation, I, you know, congratulated them. They had an after party at a hotel. So me and my sister and my other sister wanted to go to the party just to be nosy to see what was going on. So my cousin slash sister, she was mad. She was like, "You ain't going. Why you going? You so stupid. Why you going?" So I go and I walk into the hotel. They tell us what floor the room is on because it was a room party. They tell us what floor the room was on, and as I go into the elevator, he is coming out the elevator. Here we go, popping bullets again, sweating. And all he could say is, "Hey, Riz." He couldn't face me. So I go inside the party. He said he was feeling so awkward because everybody knew who I was, but his wife didn't really know who I was. I says, "Hey, congratulations," smiling and happy-go-lucky. But right before they left for their honeymoon, he ringing my phone. "I'm sorry, I had to do what was ready for me. I was ready for a wife, this and that. I'm ready for a family." Okay, fine. I have no problem with that. So life goes on. Things between them get a little sticky. So he turns into a typical man. He goes and he, do his dirt or whatever, not involving me. And one day he happened to call me and I'm like, "Hey, I'm not into playing games. I'm not into, you know, you doing whatever you want to do and still have a home to go to and all this and that. So, gotta let me know." But yeah, that was the most heartbreaking thing I ever did in my life. But I did it. I watched him marry her, love her, had a whole lot of firsts together. But it wasn't our time. So, and then I married somebody else in 2006. And I was praying for him to come and save me, and he never showed up. But he knew. I sent word to him on my wedding day to my first husband to let him know that I still loved him no matter what. And his cousin took that message back to him, and he said that I was crazy. But we married today. So, wow. Take care. Bye.